How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, I have a series of videos to show the royal family, to give you an update about the tragedy that they are dealing with down here in Dallas. So the first thing I'm going to show is what the people are doing, my royal family. Let's check this video out first.
About 20 to 30 people protested again tonight outside of Dallas Police Headquarters. Here's a look at the march going through downtown Dallas minutes ago, led by a hearse. Leaders say marches and demonstrations like this one will continue until Officer Geiger is fired. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is at the police department tonight where the protest is passing through. Alex.
It is, Brandon. Protesters just made their way back here to DPD headquarters. You know, their message remains the same. They want justice for Botham Jean, and they say that they want Officer Amber Geiger fired from Dallas Police as she awaits trial.
They came into our brother's bedroom, his living room, his home, and shot him dead.
Several dozen people gathered outside Dallas Police Headquarters. Two men took a knee in front of the main entrance, protesting police brutality and racial inequality. Many of the demonstrators who are here tonight were here last week and the week before. They tell me that while some people may be tired of seeing them in the streets, it's important for them to remain visible and vigilant. The protesters believe repetition is crucial in getting their message across.
You know, these protests are hard to ignore. I mean, the city in and of itself can't just sit back and say, we're going to allow this to continue, we don't care about this. You know, the highway was blocked, I mean, the streets are being blocked.
I don't think this is being done in vain. I think we are being heard, and we won't stop until we are heard.
After rallying outside DPD, protesters removed a casket from the back of a hearse symbolizing the body of Botham Jean. They marched down Lamar Street, passing by the apartment complex where he was shot dead by Officer Geiger. Officers blocking the entrance of the interstate with barricades, keeping protesters from blocking traffic like they did briefly Friday night. And as we come back out here live, you may be able to see there in the distance that group of protesters. They've returned here to Dallas Police Headquarters after marching past the apartment complex down to the Dallas Police Association, and then again making their way back here to DPD Headquarters. Brandon and Heather, I'm told that more protests are planned for later this week.
All right. Oops. Excuse me, from family. So, go back over here. So I appreciate the folks who are out protesting and demonstrating. This shit is ridiculous. Black people are getting killed. Black folks is being subjugated day in and day out. Every millisecond somebody doing something to us. But in America, or this unquote shithole, we supposed to go along, get along, and act like this shit ain't happening. To do simple ass shit, it takes an act of Congress. Simple shit. Fire the bitch. Oh, we're gonna keep it core up in here. Oh man, we're gonna keep it real core up in here. Yeah, fire the bitch. What's the problem with firing the bitch? What's really going on? What's really going on is y'all want to keep upholding evil, upholding fuckery, and you want us to die silently. We're not going to die silently. We're going to make some noise. You're messing with the chosen ones. So it's going to be some noise made. But let's listen to the more fuckery why they can't fire this bitch.
Case, and the one playing out now involving a Dallas police officer who says that she shot and killed a man by mistake. With tensions rising, a town hall meeting was held tonight for a face-to-face conversation. Rebecca Lopez tonight live at Paul Quinn College. Rebecca, Chief Hall was there. What did she have to say?
Well, you know, the public still has a lot of questions, and she was not one of the scheduled speakers, but she did show up. And some of the questions that they have is why Amber Geiger has not been fired, what is the status of the investigation, and how can the department build trust with the community? And again, Chief Hall was not one of the listed speakers, but she did say and ask the community to be patient and to trust her decisions. Now, people are asking again that question as to why was this case transferred to the Texas Rangers and why Amber Geiger was not arrested the day Botham Jean was killed. They asked Chief Hall about the lack of information being provided by the Texas Rangers. She asked people to be patient and to allow investigators to do a complete investigation, including talking to more potential witnesses. She says the community talks about not trusting DPD, and then when she brings in an outside agency is criticized for that. But it's clear there's a lot of frustration in the community. Also, people want to know why Amber Geiger has not been fired. Chief Hall gave this answer.
Federal, state, and local laws surrounding concourse and the police department. Civil service laws, there are things that are in place that we have to do as a agency that are required.
Now, the Dallas Police Department general orders do allow the chief, though, to take action. Here is what it says about terminating officers. It says the chief of police may circumvent all formal disciplinary procedures to render an immediate decision when it deems it necessary to preserve the integrity of the department. It's unclear what laws Chief Hall was talking about because across the state and in Dallas, chiefs have fired officers who are under criminal investigation. She promised the community that she was going to release a copy of those laws. Now, the Dallas Police Department does allow chiefs to expedite investigations by internal affairs, and sometimes it can be done in a matter of days to have an officer terminated. Back to you guys.
Rebecca, before you go, we also learned today more about that 911 call that Officer Amber Geiger made after the shooting. What are your sources saying about that call?
Well, we talked to multiple sources with knowledge of the investigation, and here's some of the stuff that they said. They said that she told the operator that she thought she was in her own apartment. She says that multiple times. She realizes that while she is on the call with 911. She also says, "I'm sorry," repeatedly to the victim. And she asked, "How did I do this?" We also know that she told the operator that she was tired, and we know that she worked at least a 14-hour day that day.
Yeah, whatever. So, we already see that the chief of police, which is a sister, the DA, which is a sister, don't have no motherfucking power. Now, we already know this. But you walk around like you got some motherfucking power. You ain't nothing but a motherfucking puppet or a figurehead for these people, or an unquote poster child to say, "See, we got one. We got us a token nigga. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it core today because I'm up in my feelings. I'm tired today. Just one of them days. I'm just really tired." So you got folks out in the street protesting, and you got folks saying all type of shit. But then there's this butt factor that I always trip off of. That butt factor. So will this bitch will be the sacrificial lamb? Well, let's see what the politicians have to say.
Senate candidate Beto O'Rourke thinks Officer Amber Geiger should be fired. The Democrat talked about the Botham Jean shooting tonight during a rally at a Dallas church. Then he spoke one-on-one with Fox 4's Blake Hansen afterwards. Blake.
Yeah, Heather, this was a packed event for O'Rourke. In fact, there were so many people in the pews that people actually ended up in overflow rooms. He addressed a lot of topics ranging from race to social disparity, but perhaps the biggest applause that he got was when he discussed the fatal shooting of Botham Jean. Now, he said, and he questioned during his remarks, why in 2018 a young black man could be killed by an officer in his own apartment. He also questioned why, when everyone is seeking facts, the warrant was released, which detailed that marijuana was found in the apartment. He said that unfairly gave the implication this was somehow justified. Afterward, I asked him to elaborate on some of his comments, and I asked if he had a message for the people in this community who are upset and protesting.
I think we were all counting on the district attorney, on those in positions of trust and power right now to do the right thing, but we're also all counting on the community, many of whom are downtown right now protesting, ensuring, not waiting for it, ensuring that that will happen. And there has to be a full accounting for how young black men, unarmed, continue to be killed in this country without accountability, without justice, without these full investigations, without respecting their civil rights. This cannot continue.
I also asked O'Rourke if DPD should fire Officer Amber Geiger. That is something some protesters have demanded. He said, I don't understand, given the actions, how anyone can come to any other conclusion. Now, we did reach out to the Cruz campaign for comment, but we did not hear back. Heather?
All right, Blake Hansen live in East Oak Cliff. Thank you.
Well, we already know that Cruz always gonna say some dumb shit because he on that shit and stuff. So, we at least have one white male politician is pandering to the royal family to get our votes. Do he really mean it? Probably not. But we are in election season, so the question that I ask is, what type of business decision is Dallas willing to make? Are they willing to uphold these lies, these games? Because we all know the bitch is lying. Or is it feasible that they will make her the sacrificial lamb? Because they know they're going to have to break the family off. Or they're going to spend a great deal of money to fight this to the very end. So far, she is receiving our tax dollars. Because you know you're supposed to protect the citizens, even though when they was talking about protect, they didn't have us in mind at all. We already know how they get down in this shithole. So what's really going on, my royal family? You gonna uphold Becky's shit? It stinks to the highest of the highest heavens. See, this thing is not gonna go away. I said this when I did that video a long time ago, and I called out for the Kings when they was taking a knee. I said, this is where the war begins. And then it became full circle because now they are asking the Dallas Cowboys to take a knee. You see how the divine hand works? Because you killing off the chosen ones. You can't kill us off. We don't die. Our flesh may die, but we don't die. We don't die. I don't know what else to say, my royal family, because we see the same repetitive thing over and over and over. We know what they're going to do before they're going to do it. And then all of a sudden, it's time to follow the law. Boy, did my husband was right when he said, when it comes to the enemy, it's all about the letter. No, us. Let me get that right. When it comes to us, it's the letter of the law. But when it comes to them, it's the spirit. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep throwing that out. So, why they keep playing this dog and pony show, it's amazing to me how they will uphold Becky's shit. She's sitting up here, you could tell it's repetitive. And I mean, the repetitive shit that she was saying on the 911 call. I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I was tired. I'm sorry. Bitch, you can't dismiss a murder sorry. I'm sorry. But I do agree with you. You are one sorry bitch. You are. If nobody ain't said it, I'm gonna say it. You sorry. You pathetic. You killed our royal son. You killed his flesh. And you will have to live with that in your psyche. Now, we already know, my royal family, if they do ever get around to firing her, it ain't gonna change nothing. Ain't gonna change nothing. Because as I speak, every millisecond, I say often, somebody is fucking with us. They don't know how to leave us alone. We ask for one thing: leave us alone. Can't do it. They're not gonna stop killing us. They're not gonna stop subjugating us. They're not gonna stop. So, they doing their part in this war. I'm gonna keep saying this same repetitive thing. This is what they supposed to do to us. I know you don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it even coming out of my damn mouth. And then the divine hand is doing what the divine hand needs to do. So what do we, my royal family, need to do? Eventually, I study nature often. We're going to have to fight back. And we're going to have to show the enemy we are willing to die. We will hit that pinnacle. When? I don't know. I don't know how many more deaths is it going to take. How much disrespect it's going to take. But we going to have to show them we don't fear death. But as long as the enemy roams this planet, they will never leave us alone. So there's nothing more that I can say, my royal family. I have ranted and raved. Render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.